Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss about physical chemistry questions which came in NEET 2020. See, the first question is the number of Faradays required to produce 20 grams of calcium from molten CaCl2. So how many 20 grams of calcium is deposited from molten CaCl2? How many number of Faradays are required? So this is the question. So you know, in calcium chloride, the oxidation state of calcium is +2. So it gains 2 electrons to form calcium. So here 2 electrons are required, means 2 Faraday. 2 moles of electrons is equals to 2 Faraday. So 2 Faraday current is required for the deposition of 40 grams of calcium. For 20 grams of calcium, how many Faradays are required? So when you do cross multiplication, 20 into 2 Faraday divided by 40 grams. So 1's 2's, so equals to 1. 1 Faraday is required for the deposition of 20 grams of calcium. The answer is 1. The second question, for the reaction 2Cl becomes Cl2. What is the correct option? So in this, see, 2 chlorine atoms become chlorine molecule. Here bond formation takes place. During bond formation, energy will be released. Means it is an exothermic reaction. During bond formation, what happens? Energy will be released. So, exothermic reaction. For exothermic reaction, delta H value is negative. That means delta H is less than 0. And the second one is, here 2 atoms are there, 2 particles are there. During the formation of chlorine molecule, 2 particles become 1 particle. 2 particles become 1 particle. 1 molecule is formed. Number of particles decreases. When number of particles decreases, entropy value also decreases. You know, entropy means disorderness or randomness of the system. So entropy decreases means entropy is also less than 0. Delta H less than 0, delta S is also less than 0. Option 3 is correct answer for this. See, in this problem, hydrolysis of sucrose is given by the following reaction. Sucrose, when undergoes hydrolysis, it forms glucose and fructose. If the equilibrium constant Kc is how much? 2 into 10 power 13. So Kc for the above reaction is 2 into 10 power 13. And at what temperature? 300 Kelvin. The value of a change in Gibbs free energy. Delta G value is how much? Standard Gibbs free energy is how much? He is asking like that. And in options, R value is given in joules. 8.314 we should take. Now what is the relation between Gibbs free energy and equilibrium constant? It is the interlinking between thermodynamics and chemical equilibrium. So delta G is equals to minus RT log of equilibrium constant. So R value is how much? Minus, here minus is there, no? That's why minus R value 8.314 into T value how much? 300 into log of K value is 2 into 10 power 13. So this is the answer. So second one is the correct answer. So joule per mole per Kelvin for R value. So second one is the correct answer. See students, in this, what is the change in oxidation number of carbon in the following reaction? Methane when reacts with chlorine to form carbon tetrachloride. So what is the oxidation, change of oxidation state of carbon he is asking. So here what is the oxidation state of carbon in methane? -4. Why? Because hydrogen, each hydrogen carries +1 charge. 4 into +1, 4 plus for hydrogens, and for carbon -4. And you know, when hydrogen is combined with non-metal, it shows +1 oxidation state. When hydrogen is combined with metal, it shows -1 oxidation state in hydrides especially. And here, so each chloride ion is minus. 4 into -1, -4 for chlorides. When come to carbon in this compound, it oxidation state of carbon is +4. And now what is the change? -4 to +4. This is the correct answer. -4 to +4. Next question is, find out the solubility of nickel hydroxide in 0.1 mNaOH. Given that ionic product is 2 into 10 power minus 15. See students, here what is the compound? Nickel hydroxide. It ionizes as Ni2 plus 2OH minus. The solubility of Ni2 plus is S, because 2 moles are there, 2S for OH minus ion concentration. So we are adding 0.1 m NaOH. NaOH is adding here. So how much its concentration? It's about 0.1 m. And see, KSP is very less here. KSP is very less. Then solubility is also low. Solubility of OH minus ions is low. That's why we are neglecting 2S from here. Now KSP equals to, we have the formula for NiOH twice, that is, it is the product of cation and anion. So what is the solubility here? S into OH minus ion concentration, now we taken as 0.1 whole square. Now KSP value they gave. How much? 2 into 10 power minus 15 is equals to S into 0.1 whole square means 0.01. So where S is equals to 2 into 10 power minus 15 divided by, here we can write it as 10 power minus 2. That equals to 2 into 10 power minus 13 molar. 2 into 10 power minus 13 molar is the correct answer. The second one is the, 2 into 10 power, fourth one is the correct answer. Fourth one is the correct answer for this question, 2 into 10 power minus 13 molar. The next question is from colloid topics. Here measuring zeta potential is useful in the determination of the property of colloid solution. Which property of colloidal solution? See, for example, first we should know about the zeta potential. Say when we add potassium iodide to AgI colloid, what happened? Around AgI, due to common ion effect, I minus is selectively absorbed on it. It forms a layer. This layer is a fixed layer. This layer is a fixed layer. And upon I minus fixed layer, K plus ions are oppositively charged species. Oppositively charged ions. K plus ions are formed another layer. This layer is called a diffuse layer or movable layer. So due to the difference in potential gradient, due to the potential difference, this potential difference between these two layers is called zeta potential. So zeta potential explains the stability of colloidal particles. Zeta potential explains the stability of colloidal particles. Next question is from chemical kinetics. The rate constant for a first order reaction is 4.606 into 10 power minus 3 second inverse. So rate constant they gave K is equals to how much? 4.606 into 10 power minus 3 second inverse. The time required to reduce, time he is asking. Reduce 20 grams of a reactant to 0.2 grams. A initial concentration is how much? Initial amount is 20 grams. So it reduced to A minus X. The reactant after reaction is 0.2 grams. So what he is asking? Time required. So according to first order rate constant, K is equals to, what is the formula students? 2.303 by T log of A by A minus X. So when we exchange both, T is equals to 2.303 by K. K value is how much? Log of A by A minus X is 0.2. 0.2 means 2 by 10. So A is 20 and 2 by 10. 2 by 10. Here in the problem students 2.0 grams, I'm sorry. So 2.0 grams. A is equals to 2 grams, nothing but. Here 2 grams. Okay, 2 grams. So I forgot to write 2 grams. Instead I write 20. So see, 2 by 2 by 10. So T is equals to, so how can we write here simply? Ones, twos. 1 by 2. So and 2 by 2 by 10 means what? It can be written as log 2 by 1 into 10 by 2. So log 10. Log 10 value is 1. So overall value is 1. 1 by 2 into 10 power minus 3. The answer is here. So 1, 2 into 10 power minus 3. 1 by 2 value is 0.5. 0.5 into 10 power 3. When it comes to numerator, 10 cube. So total 500. 500 seconds is the correct answer. So option 2 is correct answer for this question. Okay. Next question is from solid state chemistry. An element has a BCC structure with a cell edge, means edge length equals to 288 picometers. What is atomic radius? You know, for body centered cubic structure. So what is the formula to know radius is? There is a relation between edge length and radius is root 3a equals to 4r. Root 3a equals to 4r. So here r equals to what students? Root 3 by 4 into a. So root 3 by 4 into a value is how much here? Edge length is 288 picometers. So answer option 4 is correct answer for this question. Just to substitute in question. Next question is from states of matter. A mixture of N2 and Ar gases. The two gases are involved in the reaction mixture. And a cylinder contains 7 grams of nitrogen. Weight of nitrogen is 7 grams. You know molecular weight of nitrogen is 28. And 8 grams of argon. Weight of argon gas is 8 grams and molar mass is 40. If the total pressure of the reaction mixture of gases in the cylinder is 27 bar. So P total how much students? P total is 27 bar is there in the problem. The partial pressure of N2 is, what is the partial pressure of N2? He is asking partial pressure of N2. So for partial pressure we have the formula. Partial pressure of a gas is equals to P total into mole fraction of that particular gas. Here he is asking partial pressure of nitrogen is equals to P total into mole fraction of nitrogen, X of nitrogen. Mole fraction of nitrogen how it comes? Number of moles of nitrogen by total number of moles of all the components present in the mixture. So number of moles of nitrogen is weight by gram molecular weight. That means 7 by 28. It represents number of moles of nitrogen. And 7 by 28 plus, here another gas is what? Argon, 8 by 40. 8 by 40. So here number of moles of nitrogen by total number of moles of all the component gases. So P total how much here? 27 bar. If you solve this problem, you get partial pressure of nitrogen is 15 bar. If you solve this problem, you get answer 15. 15 bar is the correct answer for this question. Another question, which one of the following has maximum number of atoms? Maximum number of particles. For maximum number of particles, we have the formula. Number of particles equals to Avogadro number divided by molar mass. You know what is Avogadro number? 6.023 into 10 power 23 divided by molar mass means atomic weight here. For atoms, molar mass means for atoms atomic weight. So what is there in the problem? Maximum number of atoms. Maximum number of atoms means if the numerator is less, you get the maximum number of atoms. So here what is where the atomic weight is very low? For lithium atomic weight is very low. That's why if you substitute 7, you get maximum number of particles. So directly you can answer for this question. Okay, the next question is from dilute solutions, colligative properties. That is the freezing point depression constant Kf. Kf value is how much? 5.12 for benzene. The freezing point depression delta Tf, freezing point depression, the freezing point depression for the solution of molality they gave 0.0078 molal containing a non-electrolyte solute in benzene is. So he is asking delta Tf, students. So you know delta Tf is directly proportional to molality. Delta Tf is equals to Kf into molality. Kf already given 5.12 into what is molality? 0.0078. So directly substitute and you get the answer. So the answer for that multiplication is 0.399. Approximately when you round off this one, you get 0.4. 0.4 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Next question is from thermodynamics. So in this, what is the correct answer? For the free expansion of an ideal gas, here he is giving a hint. Free expansion. For free expansion of an ideal gas, external pressure is 0. For free expansion of an ideal gas, external pressure is 0. When external pressure is 0, work done is also 0. Work done is also 0. And so this is the expansion which is under adiabatic condition. For adiabatic condition or for adiabatic process, Q also equals to 0. Q also equals to 0. When Q will be 0, T1 is equals to T2, where there is no change in temperature. Initial temperature and final temperature. When both the temperatures are same, then Q becomes 0. When there is no change in temperature, delta T value also 0. In other words, if Q is equals to 0, we have a mathematical form of first law of thermodynamics. What, students? That is delta E equals to Q plus W. So here Q is 0 because it is an adiabatic. W is also 0. Why? In free expansion, external pressure is equals to 0 and work done is also equals to 0. Then delta E is 0. When delta E is 0, delta T also 0. how can we say? We have a relation here, delta E equals to NCV delta T, right? If it is 0, so delta T is also 0. So we can conclude in many ways for this question. So the answer is Q0, T0 and W also 0. Fourth option is correct for this. So next question is asking from electrochemistry topic on electrolysis of dilute sulfuric acid using platinum platinum electrode, which is an inert electrode. The product obtained at anode will be. So which gas is released at anode during electrolysis of dilute sulfuric acid? So what electrode is there? Platinum electrode is there. See in this problem, which acid? Sulfuric acid. H2SO4 ionizes and gives 2 moles of H plus ions and SO4 minus 2 ion. So H plus ions moves towards cathode and liberated as hydrogen gas. So at cathode hydrogen gas is liberated, but he is asking at anode. So SO4 minus 2 or 2 minus is an anion which moves or migrate towards anode. But what happened here? Oxidation potential of water is more than that of sulfate ion. So from water, OH minus ions are move faster. OH minus ions move faster than sulfate ion towards anode, and O2 gas is liberated at anode. O2 oxygen gas is liberated at anode because OH minus ions move faster than sulfate ions. So this is the reason why oxygen gas is liberated at anode during electrolysis of dilute sulfuric acid using platinum electrode. Next question is from states of matter. So an increase in the concentration of reactants of reaction leads to changing. So what he is going to increase in the concentration of reactants. When concentration of reactants increases, number of collisions increases. Number of collisions within the vessel increases, then collision frequency also increases. So there is a lead to change in collision frequency. Collision frequency change happen here. The next question is from solutions. So the mixture of which shows positive deviation from Raoult's law. See in option 1, chloroethane and bromoethane. It is an ideal solution. And the next option is ethanol and acetone. See, ethanol means ethyl alcohol. So in ethyl alcohol, we will expect a hydrogen bond, right? Hydrogen bond is present in ethyl alcohol. When you add acetone to this, acetone cleaves this hydrogen bond. Because there is a cleavage in hydrogen bond, ethyl alcohol evaporates. Easily, hence vapor pressure increases. Due to evaporation increases, vapor pressure increases, then that mixture of solution shows positive deviation from Raoult's law. So the answer is ethanol acetone. Ethanol acetone is the correct option for the solution which shows positive deviation from Raoult's law. So these 16 questions are from physical chemistry part. I hope you understand, students. Practice well and do it. Thank you very much. Bye for now.